One of the saddest developments, in my view, as a previous big fan of Disney, is that it's been captured by a small, radical LGBTQIP2SAA++ movement and is doing all it can to indoctrinate children as young as possible in this sexualized and gender-confused agenda. So, for example, Disney came out strongly against a new Florida law that bans the indoctrination of young children in the LGBT agenda. So, by opposing the law, Disney was saying that it wanted children as young as 5 to be taught about sexual orientation and gender confusion. And likewise, as we highlighted in a previous episode, Disney executives were caught on videotape saying that they were pushing a not-so-secret gay agenda on our children, and that they were doing all they could to dramatically increase the number of LGBT characters in its production. Now, look, when they say that they're adding queerness, which sounds, very nice, adding queerness, it's actually the indoctrination of all these things. LGBTQIP2SAA, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, queer, intersex, pansexual, two-spirit, androgynous, and asexual. Yep, apparently Disney thinks that your kids need to know everything about that and figure out which category they're in. Remember, we're talking about children here. But this is their theme, Reimagine Tomorrow. Reimagine Tomorrow, according to a radical leftist sexual agenda. But people are beginning to push back against Disney's grooming efforts, and that's shown in its share price, which are in freefall. As they say, go woke, go broke. They've recovered from the COVID lockdowns, but it's been all downhill since this furor began. So you would think that Disney would have learned its lesson to stay out of the culture wars and stop grooming our children, right? Think again. Disney has just launched its new Pride apparel and accessory collection, targeted once again at our children. Among the Pride products being targeted to children are t-shirts, collectible pins, backpacks, tumblers, mugs, and towels, all emblazoned in rainbow colours and words affirming the LGBT agenda. And Disney has also announced that it will be donating all profits from the collection to LGBT organisations. They say the Walt Disney Company will be donating all of our profits from the Disney Pride collection sales to organisations that support LGBTQIA+ youth and families. This includes sales of Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars Pride collection merchandise. So there's a pin kids can wear of Mickey's ears to celebrate transgender. In the middle there, we've got bisexual on the left and lesbian on the right. In fact, there's even an intersectionality one to show just how very woke you are. And among the groups who they're donating to is GLSEN, which stands for Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network. It's actually one of the most radical organisations pushing for the indoctrination of school kids in the US. And even a Australian group they want to give funds to called -18, which is a radical gender activist group targeting children and teens, partially funded by the Victorian government, with lots of advice on, as you can see there, binding, tucking, packing, puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgery. And if you don't know what some of those things are, watch my recent Family Matters episode where I interviewed Dr. Miriam Grossman. Walt Disney's dream has gone up in smoke, from wonderful to woke. In fact, I saw this very funny video, which has had hundreds of thousands of views. It's a cartoon of what It's a Small World will look like under this banner of Reimagine Tomorrow. Let me show you just 2 short clips.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to It's a Woke World.
It's a very funny video. Check it out on YouTube. It's a woke world after all by Disney. Well, about Disney. Look, the bottom line, sadly, treat Disney as potentially hostile. There are some wonderful resources which still have the legacy of its founder Walt Disney in them, wonderful movies and characters that we grew up with. But the company has drifted from its mission and ventured into politics, kowtowing to what the radical left wants it to. For parents hoping that Disney will provide their children with family-friendly entertainment like we had growing up, think again. Disney's picked a side to be on in the culture wars of sexual and gender confusion and indoctrination.